When someone says you should use a product or service, you are skeptical. You should be, which is why Myers Auto won't ask you to trust them for your vehicle repair and maintenance. However, they will ask you to trust their customers.
My name is Jeff. I've been going to Myers Auto for about 4 years now. It's nice when you can deal with the owner of a business. And for me, dealing with Dwayne, he goes out of his way to take care of you. It's always going that extra mile for your customer.
Find out for yourself. Myers Auto, just north of L on 140th Street.
This is Conversate with Us with Chris Donovan and Evelyn Rivas.
That's us. It's us. And we're back. Yay.
Thank you for listening.
I was even surprised myself. Hey, welcome to another edition of Conversate with Us.
Yes, I'm Chris Donovan. That is my wife, Evelyn Rives.
Yeah, it said that in the intro.
I know.
Except you missaid it.
I know, but I do that on purpose. I just try to make it wrong every time.
Thanks.
Anytime. I love you.
Yeah, love you too.
So first off in the show, we used to talk about food, and we were just recently lucky enough to go back when you were broadcasting live from a amusement park.
One of those amusement parks that no one talks about very often. No, I'm kidding. Disneyland. We were freaking at Disneyland.
Okay, so
yes.
Evelyn was broadcasting live on a Monday at a Disneyland. So we had a Saturday and Sunday at the parks and in the hotel, and
everywhere.
We were lucky enough to get
everywhere
free sweets and things. And let's start with the cookies.
How much do we still end up spending?
Yeah, right. Let's start with the cookies that you were given, though, because as soon as you handed those over to Cassie, they were all over her face.
All right. So here's what happened. So since we do talk about food, let's just go dive right in, right? Okay. So when we were doing our broadcast, there's one portion of our broadcast where they bring over different people to interview. Okay. So I had like 4 different interviews. Somebody who's a specialist in the parks, nighttime spectaculars. You know, another person who's a specialist is the parades.
Did they bring a character?
They didn't bring a character, but they had them behind the scenes. So I wanted to go.
Social media stuff.
Yeah. So, but there was one part where they brought over, and it's always my favorite whenever we've done these broadcasts, when they bring over a pastry chef. And generally the pastry chef is just, first of all, a ball of energy. This one. You know, they love what they do, right? They're passionate.
We know a few pastry chefs.
Do. and they're really passionate about what they do. But then they also take it to the next level because they're Disney. They're Disney pastry chefs. Okay. Think about how cool that job is, right? I was talking to the girl that was there and I'm like, how did you get into what you do? She's like, oh, it's a long story, girl.
Do you think she ever gets tired of doing the Mickey face?
I don't think so.
Like 3 dots.
No, she's like just
all it is.
Out of chocolate. No, so she brought over a display and it was so incredible. It was all geared towards the the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yes.
So it was really cool. And it was 3 different treats that you can get. One that has the Cheshire Cat on it. Another one that's kind of like supposed to symbolize the train that is in the actual ride. Not ride. The park. I can't think right now. Oh my God.
Disneyland
the parade.
Railroad?
The parade.
Oh, in the parade. Okay.
Yeah, like the trade that's in the parade. It's all geared towards the parade.
The electrical parade. That's
right. Yeah. And then one other one, it was like a macaroon kind of thing. And they're all just this magical yumminess. And second, they're all really pretty, so you don't even want to eat them.
Oh, Cassie didn't care.
No,
Cassie was halfway through a cookie before even said she could have it.
The girls, okay, this has been a running thing on Conversate with Us. My girls are sweets addicts, and they will go in. They don't care. And in one case, they started to eat it. It was a little hot. There was a melting mess. I had to run and get napkins to save them.
I'm so glad it was Cassie. I didn't have to go to the bathroom.
Julene.
Well, I know
Julene had chocolate all over her hands.
How old is she? 19?
She's 19. She looked like a 4-year-old. In that moment,
it was funny.
She looked like a 4-year-old.
That's why I wanted to start there, because that was hilarious to me, because I was like, you guys even... Never mind.
What?
Didn't even ask for. Okay, go ahead.
And they were already going in.
Oh yeah, they're already gone.
I mean, it was. You might as well, because they weren't going to last. It was hot already, and they were melty.
Plus, the food that they give you is always. I mean, it's all the food's really good.
It's magical.
But it's like that. Those cookies are like $75 a piece.
Yeah. Oh no, kidding. Like, okay, so you think about that. There are Disney foodies in the world, right? People that just go to Disney to eat. They get their magic key pass holder thing, and they just go to Disney all the time to grub and to try the new seasonal flavors, right? And there's tons. Every season there's a new thing. So right now, the Main Street Electrical Parade obviously is a thing that's going to be running through the whole summer. till almost, I think October is when it's going to start cutting off, or like September.
Probably for the holidays.
And going through, and then it'll change over to, of course, the holidays and the trick or treat stuff. So, but anyway, yeah. So they had that stuff that was really, really good.
Yeah.
But there was tons of other things. Like they took me back to go and look at this full spread of what they offer right now for the going into the summer, going into the fall.
Wow.
I have to tell you, freaking incredible. So like how everybody loves churros.
Oh yeah, there's like 10 different colors now.
And right, okay, but there's the classic churro, right? The regular classic churro that everybody knows and loves, right?
Do they even sell that anymore?
They do, but they added one thing to it, and
Crack.
it's crack.
Cocaine.
They added
crack cocaine on it.
right on top, and it looks like magic dust. It looks like
Tinkerbell.
powder. No, I'm kidding. Ew. No, they don't.
Tinkerbell's dust is actually cocaine.
That's
why they all thought they flew.
That's what it was. Everybody thought. That is really, that's really, I think, worse than cocaine. I don't think that's cocaine that makes you do
I
that.
bet whoever wrote that
It's
story,
like an
that's what it was.
LSD situation. Well, think of the treasure cat. I mean, like,
Yeah, all of
Hello.
Alice in Wonderland.
okay, back to the
it.
churro. What they did in honor of the Main Street Electrical Parade is they made a really yummy buttercream, like icing kind of vibe, and they put confetti in it.
Yeah.
That you can eat. And it's colorful and it's so good.
That's a lot.
It's the churro. First of all, you get the churro, right? And then you dip it into this thing and you just, oh my God, it's so good. So it takes a twist on the natural, like the thing we all love, the OG, right? Of the churro. And then they have all kinds of other things they added. I'm going in deep because I know all the stuff now because of the broadcast, but they're doing like viewing where you can like have dinner and the show now, where you can get dinner and watch the parade in like a VIP viewing,
Or World of Color, I
World
believe.
of Color,
Yeah.
where they set up tables and you can go and sit, and the food is incredible.
Yeah, they're feeding you from that Catal winery right behind in California Adventure.
Oh, maybe I think.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
where
not.
they're
I'm not
feeding
even
you from.
100% sure. I just know where it's at.
Yeah, it's so cool because I remember
Yeah.
we were walking out one of the nights and they were setting up for it, and I'm like, they could bring it to you.
Yeah, it's nuts. So anyway, we didn't try those two things
No.
for sure because we had a lot going on. But we did try some things that we had never tried before, being that we were actually staying at the resort, and we hadn't stayed in the resort for a couple years actually. God, when was the last time we
It's been
stayed
a
at the
while.
resort?
It would have been
5
it would have been
years?
the
6 years?
not Pixar Pier. Would it Paradise Pier Hotel?
Paradise Pier.
That would have been the last time probably.
Yeah.
Well, no, we were at Disneyland in 2018. Disneyland Hotel, because I remember I saw a morning show that I had, and then I was stuck in the business center doing some work, and one of my acquaintances that I know from radio showed up in there. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? Broadcast.
Oh, okay. So we're doing a broadcast. So
was
the last time
Disneyland.
we were doing was Disneyland? Oh, okay. I don't remember. I just know that
Yeah, I remember.
it's been a while.
It has, but I
It's been
remember that.
easily 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It's got to be. So it was really cool to get to go back. This time, of course, look, I will say
lucky.
this, we're lucky.
Yes.
Like the fact that we got to go to the Grand Californian, like the bougie of all the bougie Disney's.
It's like $1,000 a night or something ridiculous.
I don't know what it is.
You can't
but
afford to stay there. But it's nice as hell.
But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I am going to strive to go back there because it was so incredible. Got to stay there once before, and I don't even remember it being this amazing.
No, and we found some new parts too. We found this place. What was it called? The Craftsman Grill.
Yeah, so here's what's funny. Okay, so I woke up early on Sunday morning. It was the morning of my son's birthday, our baby. He was turning 14.
Damn.
And I decorated the room because usually what I do, I'm going deep into this, I'm sorry. Usually what I
It's
do.
conversate with
I
us.
guess,
It's
yeah.
not Conver, get away from us.
Yeah, I know. Stay with us while we talk about this. So I decorate the room because I usually decorate the kids' doors for their birthdays. It's a big deal. Everyone, it's like if I don't do it, I'm shamed. Okay, like this is what the kids have known
Like
and
if you
grown
see
to
Game of
love.
Thrones, they go down the street.
Shame, mom, if I don't do something. So now I was like, how do I bring this door experience to Disney, right? Even though he's about to be at Disney, okay? He's going to get a lot. So I ended up decorating the room. And I was up super early, and I was like, dude, everyone's still sleeping.
I heard you drop the thing on my head like 3 times.
The thing?
There was a paper ornament you were trying to hang from the lantern.
It was a paper balloon.
Yeah, you were trying to hang from the lantern that was above my head. And I
Well,
felt
because there were not a lot of places for me to hang things in there.
no. And then you said, what did you say to me? You said, and if I hang it from the sprinkler, you're going to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, because you used to work at a hotel where some kids did that and they set off the sprinkler.
They're the ones that made that sign be put in every hotel saying not to hang something in there. They're the idiots.
They're the people that flooded out the hotel. So I was like, I can't do that. So of course, I didn't, and I hung it near your head. Anyway, well, nobody was getting up and everybody was sleeping. So I'm like, okay, screw this. I'm going downstairs. There's got to be a place I could find something to drink or eat, just like that's not
a restaurant.
Yeah. Right?
They have the Napa Rose, Napa Rose, and they have the Storytellers Cafe, which is really nice. But man, they're always packed.
They're packed.
And you can never really get in. You got to wait for like an hour.
Right. And I'm thinking, did I take Aiden? Actually did get up and go with me. So we walked down. We're kind of in our PJs, but like we have shoes on and stuff. We're not, but we're at the hotel, right? We're not like going into the park like this. So we go walking around and I asked this lady and I see everybody with Starbucks cups and I'm like, I don't want Starbucks. That's in downtown Disney. I'm not going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They do have a big one down
there. So I asked him like, hey, where can I get some coffee? Just like a regular, at the Craftsman over down the way. And I'm like, where is that? I'd never heard of that place inside of the Grand Californian. So Aiden and I walk. And if you know the Grand Californian, where the entrance to California Adventure is from the hotel, you keep walking. Like, I didn't even know there was stuff that way.
It looked like it stops.
It looks like it stops.
Yeah, it does.
So you keep walking, and then you go past the spa that they have. They have a freaking full-on spa there.
And a pool bar.
The pool bar is on the right, which I'm like, what? We're coming back here.
We did.
And then I kept going straight. And even then, you're like, is there still more this way? You keep walking. And there it is. There's this Craftsman's Grill. I believe it's a grill.
It's a
grab and go place.
Yeah, grab and go. There you go. That's what you call it. Like the ones at the airport where you grab and go.
So it's super cool because you literally everything's there already. There's packages of fruit. There's packages of Bonneville cheese. Like
they had a whole bunch of like condiments everywhere.
Everything.
But they had like, it wasn't just a grab and go though. They have breakfast burritos.
Yeah,
they had a salmon bagel, 3 cheese quiche. They had all sorts of.
They had lots of hot stuff you could order really quickly and just wait and take your order to your room.
Good.
Burritos were really good.
They were really good.
I grabbed at that point I got my coffee. I was like super happy about that. Got some fruit and some stuff to grab, and I left. And it wasn't terribly expensive, which was nice because. Think about this. When you're going to Disney, everything's expensive, right? I mean, it's just how it is when you're on vacation, right?
Every meal's $100.
Things are expensive. We got a family of 5, okay? Everything's expensive. So this was kind of a nice little way for me to just grab some things, take it to the room. If anybody was hungry, they had something to snack on. I loved that place. I was back in that place the whole 3 days.
We went down there about 45 minutes later to get me a breakfast burrito and Cassie some avocado toast, I think is what
I was like, dude, you got to go check this little place out. It's so cool. It's like tiny and perfect. And if you don't know it's there, you don't know it's there.
No, and I think that's what feeds the pool too because...
Oh, probably.
Because when we were at the pool, I got some chicken nachos just to chew on and the girls took those down.
Yeah.
They were like, those were the best.
There's a running theme about our girls.
Take you down. but I was like,
they are eaters.
And I just thought like snack by the pool because we were having some drinks. We ran into some people from the business in there.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, where'd the nachos go? Okay, cool. I'll order this. And we ordered a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was so good.
It was.
Everything was so good. So anyway, that was kind of a fun little side note. If you're at the theme park, and even if you're not staying at Grand California,
you can still go in there and eat.
You can still go in there and eat. You can still just grab and go.
Yeah.
From that Craftsman's place.
I'll be in there next time we go.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if we just go to downtown Disney, I might go eat there rather than anywhere else.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
So,
because you could easily walk in there. It's open to everybody.
Yeah,
You just don't know it's there unless you're staying there, really.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was there, and we've stayed there twice or 3 times now.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, really good place to eat.
Should we get into our right now?
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay, so usually Cassie's home on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but today Aiden is home on Tuesday also. And it's kind of funny because my wife went to take him to school and got all the way there, and the principal's out front going, sorry, we have no electricity.
Yeah.
So
what a weird day today was.
Yeah. So Aiden had to come back home and work from home, which obviously since COVID is doable now. But
because we have him at a charter, it's always been doable. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I was actually talking to Aiden, and I was like, dude, you have a small school. You go to a small charter school, maybe 300 people in the whole school.
Yeah.
Maybe,
yeah.
What if that was like MLK?
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Oh
Or
my God. Yeah, like the
Cal
bit-
Poly or Poly
like
or whatever.
a
giant school.
Cal Poly.
What if it was like a giant?
You
high
mean
school?
Poly High School? Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, like 4,000 students, right?
And
yeah.
then the electric company didn't tell them.
I literally, I pulled up to the
funny.
school and Dr. Davis, our principal, walked directly to my car.
She knows us.
And she just was like, hey, I am so sorry. Wait. We are not going to have electricity today. And I felt so bad for her because I could tell she was mad. Like she was mad about the situation. There was some dude from, I'm guessing, the electric company. And he was like letting them know, hey, we got a scheduled outage today. And she looks over and she goes, that guy right there just notified us that we're not going to have electricity today. And apparently it was a scheduled outage. And I'm like, oh, that guy? She was calling him out. And she goes, then I called Edison. And sure enough, there's a scheduled outage that no one warned us about. And she was just so upset.
So weird because his school's on an airport.
Right. So they should have notified. There's somebody messed up. You know what I mean? Something.
Nobody called that person.
Nobody
back.
called. Yeah, something happened. But either way, it was fine. And but it was kind of funny. Like her face, she's just like looking. And here's the other thing. Aiden had been sick, so he hadn't been at school in a day. He didn't go Monday, and which we'll get into more on later. But so the principal was all like, "Well, how are you feeling, dude?" Like everybody knows each other. It's such a small school, which I love, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's how I grew up, so I'm used to it. It's kind of annoying sometimes because when you get in trouble, everybody knows.
Everybody
knows, and sometimes people find out about you doing something 3 or 4 months later because everybody else thought everybody knew.
That's so funny.
So yeah, it's nice that he has a small school and they like him.
Yeah.
And what was your right now?
My right now is my dad's in the hospital.
Yes, he is.
Now, I'm telling you right now, everything's fine. So before, I go in deep. But he had been not feeling great last week. And the truth is, he always has kind of some stomach issues. He has for a long time.
Yeah, he gave birth to an egg once.
He didn't give birth to an egg.
He had a calcium deposit that came out looked like an egg.
It did. And
scar tissue.
It was from scar tissue from having his appendicitis. And his appendix actually burst in his stomach when he was 16. The same time my appendix had to be taken out.
He
both of us
probably didn't go to the doctor then too, feeling like probably horrible, and then
his
exploded.
Burst.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So mine, we got to the hospital in time, the same age again. Remember, we were both 16 when this happened. And then my dad, he was found in the basement. Basement or something. He was working on something, and his stepdad found him.
I remember we had that conversation. We had his stepdad a couple years ago.
Yeah, his stepdad found him and was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And my dad didn't even know. His stomach was just hurt and bloated, and what happened, they got him to the hospital. He had to be in the hospital for a month.
Well, that was in 1910. So
that was back in the olden days.
Back when they went to school uphill both ways.
That's right.
One room.
We had no idea what was happening that time.
I just went by number 4.
So that's obviously been a thing because he's got this whole scar all the way across his stomach because it's not just like mine where it's tiny. They had to cut him all the way.
They probably don't even have to cut you open anymore. They probably just if it bursts, hologram it out or something. I don't know.
Hologram it out? What the hell?
I don't know. There's technology out there, dude.
Well, if it bursts though,
yeah, you're screwed.
You got to get all the poison out. Mm-hmm. So his was different than mine. Mine was like they could take my appendix and then it was on the table.
We'll have to talk about this off of the show, but I have no idea how that happens.
Appendix?
Yeah.
Appendicitis? Yeah. Honestly, I don't think anybody really does. I don't even think the doctors do.
Okay.
Like it's a part of us, an organ that we just generally don't need anymore.
Yeah.
We did back in the day when we were eating more dirt and things
rocks.
that had to be processed through our body, and now we don't need it. So honestly, though, I don't know how it gets inflamed, and now that's what everybody's big question is. When I remember asking my surgeon, like, "Well, why?" And He's like, there's no answer to that.
It was hungry.
It just decided to get angry.
It was working again. It was like, feed me, see more.
Something, I mean, all I know is when it happened to me, and I'll get back to my dad in a second, but when it happened to me, it's actually a funny story. That morning, I was supposed to go to school, again, 16K, so I think I was a junior, maybe.
Kentucky?
Yeah. And I was in Fontana, and I woke up, and I wasn't feeling great. But I was feeling good enough to go to school, I'll be honest. And I looked at my mom and I was like, you know what? I'm just not feeling great. I'm not going to go to school today. And she's like, well, you know what you need to get done at school. So if you think you can miss a day, then that's fine.
Mrs. Straight A's, principal, president.
Not quite. But
cheer team, flag team.
I did know what
everything.
I knew
Soccer.
what stop. I knew that was all done.
Okay.
I knew I didn't need to do a bunch. I was like, I can miss today. And I remember like 4 hours later, calling my mom while she was at work and saying, I really don't feel good now. My stomach is really hurting me. And she's like, okay. So she came home, took me to urgent care. Urgent care says, oh, she's fine.
What?
Yeah. And I had a little bit of a fever, but nothing bad. And so they told me to go home and to get some rest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I got home. I don't remember if they even gave me medicine. I get home. A few more hours go by, and now I'm writhing in pain on my mom's bed. Ugh. Like I could just feel, I didn't know what was happening to me at this point. My stomach was just killing me. And it was kind of all over. It wasn't just my right side like they say it's going to be your right side where your appendix is. No, it was kind of just everywhere. So finally my mom's like, screw this. She's like, took me to the ER. The ER's like, she's got 102.7. I remember it specifically because of the radio station. I had a 102.7 degree temperature. And they're like, so we're going to keep her because there's clearly something wrong. Okay. And I'm freaking out. This is, weird for me, and I'm freezing. But of course, I'm burning up, so they won't give me any
and you're
blankets.
16, so
and I'm
being 16 is like already hard to do in a hospital.
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening to my body? Oh my god, my body. Yeah. So finally, they take me in, and they give me an ultrasound, and it was the most painful ultrasound I've ever had in my life, and I've given birth 3 times. It was so painful because they're pushing on my stomach, and everything in there is just hurting. And I'm looking at the lady and I'm like crying and I'm like, can you see what's wrong? I just remember asking, she goes, I can't see anything. The doctor will tell you. And I'm like, oh, if you see something wrong. I knew that lady saw something wrong. Anyway. So
yeah, they usually do. They always do.
I had emergency surgery at midnight.
Did you think you were pregnant?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Okay. It was too much. Yeah, it was for sure something else. Like, no. God, that'd been creepy.
I know, right?
I was like, what's that? What are those stories like? You didn't know you were pregnant. Yeah. You got go into labor.
You went to the bathroom and a baby popped out.
A baby came out. Oh my God, that'd be crazy. I was pretty tiny back then, so I would have known. But no, like emergency surgery. Like they had to take me in. I had emergency at midnight. It was crazy.
I was trying to be like you when I cut my head open.
Yeah, I know. I noticed. You can never be me.
I'm aware.
No, so with my dad, everything's fine. He is in the hospital. Thank God. My mom talked him into going to the ER on Sunday night. Today is Tuesday. And figured out he had gallstones.
Yeah.
And he had been just barren with it, and he was in pain. And I know he was. He was having a hard time last week. And then this weekend, he wouldn't eat. He was barely drinking anything. And my mom's like, in the middle of the night, I think on Sunday night, she's like, we need to go. I think we should go to the ER. Are you ready? And he's like, yes, let's go. Ugh, and they went and they did stuff. They said they saw the stones, and they were concerned that
were they rolling?
They were rolling. They were. They were concerned. They were out of places in other places. Oh. So they were going to have to do like another procedure. But what thankfully happened once they got him on medication, basically morphine, calmed him down and put him on an IV. It looked better today. Good. So all they had to do is take his gallbladder. So that's actually happening as we speak. I'm going to leave
his gallbladder's being removed.
Being removed right now, and he's like ready to go home.
Does he get to keep it?
I don't think he gets to keep the gallbladder. Maybe the stones.
The stones?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, you should be able to keep the stones. You produce the damn things.
Dude, that'd be cool, like to make a necklace, right?
Why can't you keep your teeth if they take them out?
Look at these.
Yeah, is that what you'll make?
Gallstones.
Gallstone necklace?
Look at my gallstones.
Yeah, no, this has been passed down from generation to generation. My great-grandpa had these gallstones.
Well,
my grandpa, my great...
The moral of the story is I got to keep track of my gallbladder by the time I hit. How old's my dad? 61? 62?
You're going to have to because you're like a mini-me of him.
Yes. I got to be careful.
Plus, you got your mom's ailments, too, so you're all over the place.
Dude, I know. No uterus on this side. Jeez. Just take all my organs.
Well, no, leave the good ones like the lungs and the
I need
heart.
the lungs. I need the lung and the heart. I need the kidneys.
Kidneys, liver.
I still like my ovaries.
You need the liver.
Yeah, my poor liver.
All right.
Let's talk really quickly about
everybody's sick.
Everybody's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of my dad being sick, right? We kind of thought like, oh, maybe he's sick because everybody's sick right now. So we finally go outside, guys. All right, it's been like we had 2 back-to-back competitions for Cassie.
Dance.
And then straight from that competition, we went straight to Disneyland and we had like 3 days of Disney, right?
Yes.
So we're outside. We're like, all right, woohoo! We're finally out here. Where's COVID? COVID's not here. You know, I mean, we were careful, but you know, it's like there were protocols, but it was still we're outside
again.
A
lot of people. It was packed.
There's a lot of people. So we all come home, and every one of us is not feeling good, right? Everyone's like stuffy, and we're all thinking maybe it's allergies. We're not
in a hotel room or something.
Oh, I know, because we kind of felt it the week prior at competition, and we're like, oh, this lingering thing. Cassie's had this weird cough. She can't get rid of. We don't know what it is. I test her. No COVID for Cassie.
No COVID for Cassie.
Aiden comes home sick.
Yeah, he was bad. He wasn't feeling good Friday. Yeah, he wasn't feeling good at all.
And we're like, oh no. I test him on Saturday. COVID. Gosh, damn it. So I'm like, oh no. Okay, so here's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Like, no COVID. Everybody's. I mean, we didn't have COVID, but
we just didn't feel well.
Aiden had COVID,
but none of us felt well.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And I only did the over the counter thing, but I mean, he was definitely sick. I mean, and we were not feeling great, but no one was hardcore sick, so it was hard to tell. But it just what a bummer. Like we finally went outside,
and the reward is getting sick.
Everybody came back sick, which was why I thought like, my dad was he around the kids? No. And his ailment is like his stomach. So that's nothing like we got going on here. Aiden's all stuffed up, but he's allergic to our freaking cats.
Yeah, that's
a whole nother thing.
Jeez.
So I thought maybe, oh no, what happened? I got to clean his room and make sure there's no cat down there and, you know, all these things. Because he will not let us get rid of those cats, but I will. I would get rid of them right now.
You won't let him. You won't let me get rid of a duck, but you'll get rid of the cats?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aiden's not allergic to the duck.
Confusing.
No, I'll let you get rid of the duck. Does anybody want a duck?
No, I was
Can we
gonna
offer it to
some?
Can we? Oh, you're going to eat the duck?
I'd love to.
Then eat the duck.
I can't.
I didn't tell you you couldn't. For the record, our duck in our backyard is an a-hole.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
I think we've said this before.
Yeah.
Our girl duck, totally fine. Our boy duck, total piece of trash.
He was waterboarding her the other day.
Yeah.
He had her held down in the water.
Dude, he is he's a sociopath.
I bet his meat's like chewy too. It's probably not good.
Are boy ducks the same as like roosters? If roosters are not good, right? They say don't eat roosters because the chicken meat is not as good.
It's more gamey because they're musclier, where hens are more not.
Like they
give birth, they give eggs.
They're more squishy.
They're squishier.
So can you eat a boy duck?
Yes, you can. You can eat a boy duck. You just got to cut the head off at the table. Like in A Christmas Story.
Are we going to eat the duck?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Is this the end of is this the end of the podcast talking about eating a duck?
Conversate with us.
Conversate our duck with us. Ew, now I feel weird about it.
No, that's our Thanksgiving dinner.
Man, that's a long time to wait to get rid of that duck.
Okay, it can be our 4th of July.
Can it be our Memorial Weekend?
I don't think that they'd love us cooking a full duck at the barbecue down at our resort.
In our resort we're going to. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. So, but back to that. Yeah.
Yes.
I would get rid of those. I would get rid of those cats. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody is sick, but everybody's better now. Obviously, I was taking Aiden to school
He didn't have any signs anymore.
Yeah, and his teachers or his school was like, no, as long as his symptoms are subsided or whatever. He still's got that. Everybody has that lingering everything, right? That lingering little congestion.
My nose is running right now.
Yeah, you've been coughing like every other 5 minutes on this podcast.
I'm like, it's running down the side. But
Ew,
I'm just kidding. It's not that bad.
yuck.
But I do have to go blow my nose. So can you say goodbye?
Okay, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us on this very disgusting episode of Conversate with Us, where we might be eating a duck next week. Hang out and find out on the next episode.
This is funner.com's website. Go to it, please.
Yeah, we appreciate you, and we'll catch you later.
Conversate with us. Conversate with us. Thank you for listening to Conversate with Us.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.